Favor? You have, do you have that screenshot? If so, could you send it to me? That way I don't have to like go look for it. And if you send it to me on Discord, I can just download it. Because, Sean, fair question. It's just we've gone through this so many times. I've shown it so many times. But if I go pause to look for it, I'll be gone for like 20 seconds, which can be a little bit annoying for people. But I guess there's feck all people in here right now. Hey, wifey. I'm just kind of disgusted by these STEM guys. The one where he claims that I am masturbating to minors. And then he ends it by saying, isn't that correct? Or is that incorrect or something? If you look for the word correct or incorrect, it should pop on up. But I'm kind of disgusted, like when these guys are being called out on their bad behavior, rather than simply, roll over and take a bit of a spanking, they double down and protect each other. And I'm going to say this again. It is very hard to take accountability when you mess up. It is very hard to say privately, never mind publicly, that I did something I'm not proud of and I wish I could take it back and I'm sorry for the harm it may have caused. And I understand it is difficult to be able to do that. And that's why, like, when people do things that are wrong, hey, Brussels, I often don't usually kind of go for the apology part. I think that's like the hardest thing for people to do is to apologize, especially to apologize to someone they hate. And I think it's kind of, I get why people demand apologies. Hey, Pippi, what's up? I understand why people demand apologies. I do. Especially when someone's been invalidated and someone has been dumped upon. An apology is sort of like a way for that person who's been, intrinsically harmed to start to gain a new sense of confidence, sort of an understanding that the people who harmed you not only recognize it, but are sorry and that you're deserving of empathy for that. Oh, I'll pull it up then. And so I understand why people seek apologies. I also think apologies are extremely difficult for people, especially when there's hostile relations between them. Now, I didn't have hostile relations with Blitz. I didn't have hostile relations with Peterson. But, even then, I wouldn't ask for an apology from these people for what it is they did wrong. All I would ask is why are they still lying about it? That's what I don't understand. These guys were caught with their pants down. That's it. Simple. Put Peterson, Planet Peterson had a server, and that server, hello, Claire, I will get back to your DM, I promise. Planet Peterson had a server, and that server was filled with MINORs, and Planet Peterson used schmexual language around the MINORs and toward the MINORs, not in a flirty, like not in a way that come hither type of way, more so in a way of harassing them using smexual language. So, for example, to one person, and I can't remember exactly, but I think it was the 12-year-old, Planet Peterson talked about the idea that, or made the accusation to that MINOR, that he had had ANAL Schmintercourse with his pet dog. And listen, if that's two adults talking, I don't care. Like I don't care. Like that's not weird to me. That's uncouth, fine. That's crass, fine. But I'm uncouth and I'm crass. Like I don't care about that kind of thing. But they were making these statements to MINORs, and to me that's just inappropriate. And I'm not trying to be like the tone police on this. Like I'm really not. But it's not right. And then in addition to that, Planet Peterson had a server where he absolutely had men who he credibly believed were Petridios. These were men who talked about the fact that age is just a number. These are men who said that if they had daughters aged 8, that they would have no problem setting them up. It was age 8 or age 12, I don't remember. They would have no problem setting up those daughters with men as old as 60. These are men who stated that being attracted to an MINOR is not a problem. And when Planet Peterson was asked to remove these people, he made abundantly clear that he will not remove them unless, and that's the key part, unless they admitted to criminal actions. He drew a distinction between the fact, I mean, Artifact, if you disagree with what I'm saying, feel free to join. He drew a distinction between the fact that these people were able to espouse their pedophilic beliefs and views and sympathies, but the moment they admitted that they had had sexual relations, meaning they'd committed an actual illegal act, because let's be clear, it's not illegal to say love is love. It's not. It's disgusting when you're talking about adults in MINORs, but it's not illegal. And so he would only remove them if they said something illegal. User, I would love to go talk to Blitz. Blitz continues to hide. Blitz has been going into lives, but he will only make comments where he's defending himself and his friend Planet Peterson. He has slid into people's DMs and he's joined Discord servers in order to spread lies about everything that happened. And when you try to go talk to him, he simply won't talk. Artifact Astro, you're calling me a sociopath. Can you, first of all, define what a sociopath is, and then identify the traits of a sociopath, and then tell me what traits you think I have, and then demonstrate for people in the comments any evidence you have to support that I have those traits? Because you just seem to be like throwing around words that don't really mean anything in order to undermine my credibility. I haven't said anything that's not true. Not a single thing that I've said about Blitz and Peterson is not true. But they just turn around and they say things like, it's all lies, everything's wrong, all of it's made up. But they don't actually come in and explain what is the lie that I've told at any point. And it's a little frustrating that they're not able to do this. Well, Artifact, what about my screenshots is a lie? Like, what about them, Artifact? Like, come join and explain. Use your words. Here's what's interesting to me, Artifact. Anybody who's supporting me will go into a live, show their face, and say that they've seen the receipts and they believe what they've seen. Every single person who I've shown the receipts to will proudly go into a live and say, here's the receipts. This is what it shows. Tell me how it is this is wrong. But every single person defending Blitz and Peterson stays in the comments. Every single one of you. Why? Why is that? Why is it you guys can just be in the comments shouting out, oh, he's a sociopath. Oh, it's all lies. Oh, the screenshots aren't real. But none of you can actually come in and explain step by step what is not real. So let's look at one of the things that, quote unquote, you're saying is made up. It's information. Why do Blitz and Peterson supporters continue to come in here, spread misinformation, report the live, and then refuse to join to talk? Again, I'll ask again, Peterson and Blitz supporters, why do you keep coming in here claiming that things are untrue, calling me a sociopath, saying that things are fabricated, but then you're you're reporting the live and refusing to join and explain what exactly is untrue? I'm genuinely asking the question, because if you guys think I'm actually wrong, why aren't you able to come up and explain it? Tell me, this is one of those and kept saying, I didn't know if they were MINORs and I didn't talk schmexually towards MINORs. And let me be clear, I am not accusing Peterson of schmexually trying to get with an MINOR. That's not the allegation. That's not the allegation, right? Here's a screenshot, and at the top of the screenshot, Peterson is clearly stating that he believes the person he's talking to is either a troll or a child. Either a troll or an immature kid. And then 2 messages later, Peterson says, God revealed to me, and yes, I'm changing the text here to really emphasize what he's saying. God revealed to me that you, a child, had ANAL Schmintercourse with your dog last night. I'll say it again. I'm not trying to tone police. If two adults were saying that in a server, I wouldn't blink twice. I wouldn't blink twice. I wouldn't care. I don't think it's appropriate to just say that to children. I just don't. And I don't think I'm like overly PC. There's a lot of people who are like, children are very, you can say that someone's hurting children and you can get a whole bunch of people riled up, right? It's something that you can easily use to demonize someone if someone has done something towards MINORs. I get that. I really do, right? I'm not accusing him of being attracted to MINORs. That's not it. What I'm stating is that he had a server filled with MINORs, that he also talked in a schmexual language, using schmexual language that you shouldn't use towards a child, that he also bullied MINORs, and that he also had people in the server who he believed were credibly P-Tridios. But didn't he say his attraction was normal? No, that's one of the suspected P-Tridios. The person who says just don't kill it, when you say didn't he say his attraction was normal, that was one of the suspected P-Tridios that were in the server explaining why he believes being attracted to MINORs is normal. And people asked to remove that person for obvious reasons, right? This is a screenshot where the adults are talking to a suspected MINOR. This MINOR was 12, or they believed he was 12. And they start talking to the MINOR, talking about them getting a BONER because of the MINOR. You see the second line there saying, I'm full CHUB. The next statement says, and the next statement is towards the adult who's mocking the MINOR. The adult thinks the MINOR is a really hard man. Him and the other person were talking for just a little bit, and now they're both rock hard men. Then the adult says, I'm now super hard. And then the next person says, men do really turn each other into hard men. That person right there is literally saying that the adult turned the MINOR into a hard man. And I want to be clear, they're claiming, well, how did we know? We didn't know there were MINORs. What are you talking about? Well, what about this screenshot? This is the same exchange. And this is the adult saying to the MINOR, what, you don't want to be hard? To which another person says, that person you're talking to is defo in middle school. Is defo in middle school, to which the adult makes, I think, a joke because they're younger. Oh, are you soft? Because they would be, possibly pre-puberty at that point. And so, and I'm going to show this screenshot very quickly. Everyone look for a moment and take a screenshot of this. Everyone get ready to take a screenshot in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Explain to me why that photo was posted and nobody commented on that photo. Explain to me why that photo was posted by an MINOR and not a single person said, is that you? Not a single person said, that's a disturbing image. Not a single person said, is this a joke? Not a single person said, this is inappropriate. Not a single person said, can you check in on that person? And instead, everyone just accepted it as if it was normal in the server because it was normal in the server. If that image was posted in any other server, people would have lost their mind. People would have lost their mind. Like, that's crazy. And like, I'm not like looking to like for like a pound of flesh here. These guys did disgusting things in a server. And instead of simply saying, you know what, we really, really, really messed up, they have been going around lying. They have been going around spreading misinformation, and they've been going around slandering. And I think that's atrocious. I just think it's atrocious. And then like what's very how was Nixie canceled but not these guys? You got me scratching on that 33 buds. Because the other part is they claim that yeah, he's live, but if you go into Blitz's live and you try to comment, he'll block you. He will block you. And that's the problem with these guys. They will just block you and move on. They will do their harm. They will make allegations that you masturbate to minors to undermine you. But then they won't actually address you directly. Why? And then they'll claim that you're making stuff up, that you're doctoring screenshots. But then I have all the evidence that they deleted the key screenshots. This is a screenshot where the MINOR announces what their age was. On the left-hand side is what that screenshot looked like on May 25th. After I exposed Peterson on May 26th, he went back into his server. He shut down all of his servers. Pardon me, all of his channels. No one was able to get into his channels. He used that time to remove MINORs and suspected P3DOs from the server. And he used that time to go back and delete damning messages. So that when I got back into the server, we see that that same statement where the MINOR is stating their age clearly, it's now gone. That's not an isolated event. Here's another one. That's not an isolated event. Here's another one. The area in green on the left is where this MINOR says, I'm 14. All the messages with the X over it were deleted. Entire conversations deleted. This is more evidence of it. Here they're saying what age they are, and then the part in red where they announce the age is gone the next week. Here's another example where they had the MINOR responding to inappropriate images. And on the left, it's showing that the image could not load. And that's because I was scrolling up or down. I can't remember which way I was going. But I was scrolling one direction and images load as you're going through. But then a week later, they deleted the image. That image is what caused the MINOR to say Eric Peterson's OnlyFans leaked. And then there's other screenshots where I haven't done this like side-by-side comparison, but this was the day that I exposed everything. That's a screenshot of my live that they posted in Peterson's server the day I was exposing. And what this live shows was me inside of Peterson's server, and I was live streaming his server. And if you look at the top left-hand side, you'll see the comments, "'Cause I was young, I'm 14 now." See that in the top? And then underneath it says, "Many young teens. 'Cause I was young, I'm 14 now." That's a live video. Meaning we have actual video of me in the server with me scrolling live. And it absolutely said, "'Cause I was young, but I'm 14 now." And if you now go back into a server, it now says this, cause I was young, and then underneath it says many young teens, but where it says I'm 14 now is gone. Now where it says I'm 14 is deleted. What is it? Like, what is it? What more else am I meant to do? And the problem is that other people, hey TT, the problem is that other people aren't picking this up. And so what they're doing is they're focusing on me and trying to discredit me because I'm the only voice who's really pushing for this. If you guys can get other people to pick this up, they won't be able to say, but Irish is crazy. Or what Blitz is saying, Irish is masturbating to minors, so we shouldn't believe him. And that's sort of the thing that kind of blows my mind more than anything else. The fact that they're accusing me of falsifying evidence and making outrageous claims when they're doing it. And then the other thing that's somewhat outrageous to me is the fact that they will play victim and saying that they're, oh, someone just tried to join. Do you still want to join or no? Anyway, I think it's crazy to me that they'll also try to claim Irish did the same things or similar things to what he's accusing Peterson and Blitz of. Therefore, we shouldn't care what Peterson and Blitz did. Even if you accept everything they say about me as true, it doesn't change what they did. Where did Blitz say this? Let me go grab that then. Mac, let me know if you want to go live because I'm in a crunchy mood tonight. Let me go get where he said that. Give me a second. Okay, great. Hey, 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 hey.
Hmm?
So when are you going live? Do you want to go live tonight?
No, I can't, but I don't. Well, it's not that I
You,
can't, but
you can't for regulation reasons or because you're doing something else?
no, because I gotta start getting ready. I'm going out later.
Oh, okay. Well, what about tomorrow then? Because I need a good grape culture debate.
It'd have to be tomorrow night, like probably 10 p.m.
I can make that work.
Okay.
Oh, Mac, Ernesto asked, did you see I used your joke on Discord? I'm assuming it was a your mom
I
joke.
have a date. That's why I'm getting ready for
All
later.
right, go get ready. Let's go live
Oh,
tomorrow.
I don't have to leave just yet. I'm
Okay.
eating a sandwich right now, but I wanted to know what you're doing. What's
Yeah,
this?
so Blitz, again, who's got like almost 300,000 followers, has been sliding into my friend's DMs. And he, just so you know, this is a screenshot that is one of literally pages worth of screenshots that he's been exchanging with my friends in order to undermine my credibility.
He's fucking weird for that.
It's so weird. And he's
Why would
live
he
right now,
say
but if
that?
I try to go in there, he just blocks you.
Why would he say that? Like, just
Ari masturbating to kids. My understanding is that we have screenshots of Irish actually posting. If you post a selfie in this Discord, it's consent for me to masturbate to it. And then Irish also posts selfies of kids in that same place.
how were
Is
the
that incorrect?
it's are these people dumb? Though
No, of course not, Tate.
the picture that they're referring to is
You,
of adults.
yeah, not only that, it's got nothing to do with masturbation. That was
No, it
the
literally doesn't.
screenshot.
It's completely like that was a completely different like timeline of events.
It's just crazy the way that they're trying to combine screenshots in order to make a false narrative while also accusing me of doing that very same thing. Like the projection is just crazy. And let me be clear, Blitz is going to do. the spineless, sluggy thing that he, tends to do. He'll say, "But I asked at the end, is that incorrect?" No, you made a statement. You made a declarative statement. Don't pretend you didn't make a declarative statement.
He's just a dum dum.
He's not just a dum dum. He's protecting a guy who endangered minors, and he knows they did. Like, that's the thing that upsets me the most is he's been clear. Like, let me show you something else. Hang on.
Yeah, show it to me.
So again, I don't understand why these guys are making all these claims about me and why they're claiming that I'm lying, but then they're also sliding into people's DMs and making these concessions. Let me pull it up. Oh, did I not duplicate that photo? Oh, please don't make me disappear to go look for it. Oh, I do have to. Okay, give me one second. Okay. So Blitz is going around claiming I'm lying, claiming that I'm wrong, claiming that I'm putting out misinformation. Yet at the same time, this is Blitz's own words. First, Peterson had MINORs. Oh, Reckless. That's adorable. What's been debunked, Reckless? And Reckless, explain this to me. Why is it you can't come up here and tell me what's been debunked? Is this debunked? Is this screenshot wrong? Has this been doctored? Has this been faked?
What a freaking weirdo. But anyways, I'm gonna eat my chicken sandwich
Sure,
and
go
keep
for it.
watching my show. But
Reckless.
yeah.
What's been demonstrated, Reckless?
Bye.
All right, all of us. Reckless, I'm not attacking you, right? I'm asking you what has been debunked. So, for example, this screenshot where Dr. Blitz admits that Peterson did have MINORs in his server and that things got a bit spicy, but it's probably not worth ruining his life over. Any female victim of SA has heard that phrase 1,000 times. What's fake? Reckless. Okay, Reckless, are you claiming the screenshot is fake? The entire screenshot. Is that your claim? Tell me that's not your claim. Please tell me that's not your claim, because that's so easily debunked. Go ask Blitz right now. Reckless, go to Blitz right now. He's live right now. Ask him, did he admit there were MINORs in the server and things got spicy? Those are such wild words to have in the same sentence. Ask him.
No, I think it's just likely Reckless is an Irish hater. They don't even know what's going on. They're just trolling.
Oh, all right.
It's very likely.
Reckless, if you don't
It's
know
very likely.
anything, what are you doing here? What are we talking about? We're talking about who am I going to get sued by, Reckless? You're adorable.
Yeah, yeah, I guarantee that's what it is.
Yeah, okay. I'm terrified of getting sued. I'm quaking in my boots. What we're talking about is Dr. Blitz, who is deciding to defend Planet Peterson, and in so doing, he is making admissions as to what happened, but at the same time, he's lying about these admissions. He's also claiming that I'm lying. Everything I'm saying is lying, but he's also sliding in people's DMs admitting, I mean, dumb in the comments. Just read right there. That's what's happening. That's what happened in the server. Planet Peterson had a server, as Blitz is admitting, that had MINORs in the server, and his server got a bit spicy. The MINORs were as young as 12 minimum, but they themselves suspected some were 9 to 11. What does that even mean? What a great question. I agree. Fantastic question. What's up, Layla? How can I help you? Okay. Reckless. Great. Okay, so Reckless is not just a hater. Reckless, you're doxing Peterson's family. Do me a favor, Reckless. Go to Peterson's page right now and ask him to post an iota of evidence that I have doxed his family. Why don't you do that, Reckless? Why don't you ask him to show an iota of evidence that I doxed his family? Yeah. Oh, what? I was reading Odin. I was like, oh, Irish Blitz has run a Discord for years. Yeah, I know that. For his students? No, I didn't know that. Reckless, what's his evidence? Like, what did I dox exactly? Or what did I do to his family exactly? Like, what did I do? Can you explain it with words? Like, can you use your words?